any book that any writer writes, he writes because he gets fascinated by a concept.
Yeah.
And that in turn fascinates the reader.
Yeah.
Any book. I'm talking about a good piece of literature, not even the greatest. Now the Quran is from Allah Azza wa Jal,
Yeah.
the designer of the sense and the hardware of fascination.
Yeah.
This has to couple together right off the bat. So if we are not getting fascinated by the Quran, we're not going to spread it.
Yeah.
If so much so that we're going to do exactly the opposite. Because we do make sure that all those movies, all those books, all those
We
songs.
talk about them.
No, we do not talk about. We talk bad about. We go lowest on the rating if we don't like it. We make sure that lower rating is spread way more than the higher rating that we give.
Okay.
Because,
Negativity spreads
the
faster.
spectrum, the two extremes of the spectrum are, if anything, the negative part of that side of that spectrum is way more effective because it affects us way more. So right now, the Muslims, see, we know what human fascinations are and with the design of the fascination. We know that. I mean, through neurology, through behavioral psychology, through sociology, through the political aspects of things, through economics, through the whole course and the cycles of wealth generation, the psychology of things.
See, the corporations have understood that very well.
So much so that they design every single element of
To
their company,
hook us in as consumers.
not just hook us, but to keep us there.
Yeah.
And not just to, they don't follow our fascination, they create our fascination.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a great company and a good company. Good company meets the expectation of the customer.
Yeah.
Great companies create the fascinations of the customer. Okay. Now I've experimented in telecom in my own capacity as the guy who's supposed to experiment. I was on payroll by telecom to experiment on people. Create products that actually create the dopamine cycle, not follow the dopamine cycle, not enhance it. No, create it.
And what did you create?
We create telecom products,
Yeah.
and we broke records. Till date, the Pakistani telecom, the company that I was working with, still holds some global and some Asian and some regional records,
Yeah.
which are not going to be broken. Fastest SIM on sale, fastest product on sale, most amount of SIM sold in a month, quarter, or a year. Still, till date, that holds the record.
So
Okay. No, what I'm saying is, we know how the fascination works. The problem is that Muslims never looked at it from an angle that the Quran was the core and the source of the design of fascination. It's not a book of fascination. It is the book of the design of fascination. It is way bigger. It is so much bigger that I don't even have words, and I know words about this concept.
So this technology, even though it's like intellectual technology, it should have been like in our fingertips. Should have been us who would be at the forefront of this. We've become
and drive the
enslaved.
human progress.
Rather than driving the human progress, we actually have become enslaved
By?
corporations and others who have understood this, taken this, and applied it in a secular way for commercial exploitation.
Selfish gains. I call it selfish gains, because if a company is selfish, it's going to do whatever it takes.
Of course.
So, because they didn't really go into the deepest part of the mind or the brain yet. God knows what they're going to do because they're working on it, and not for this very reason, because they're pure medicinal research. They're doing it for medicine.
They're doing it more for curiosity with a view to developing end games.
End games. Yes, that's that.
Look at the
answer of mortality.
proliferation of AI now in our society.
Yeah, well, that's an instrument, right? That's not the source or the cause of
No,
any
but
fascination.
that's a manifestation of
That's a manifestation, yes.
of their hard work and their curiosity, which has led them to these end products. I mean, how many Muslims have created artificial intelligence tools?
Again, they're never going to do that. And even if they do that, they're not going to do it as Muslims. They're just going to do it as part of whatever, culture that they're in.
Yeah.
And that culture, if it has these sort of instruments as part of the, your regular fascination cycles, they're going to follow it. Don't worry. But see, my problem is that Quran was the technology. It spoke to the technology. It can recreate technology. It can resurrect the whole system of our fascination and fear. And we never even looked at it from that angle.
We
This-
just read it for swab.
Not even that. We don't even do that anymore. Less than 1% of all Muslims are attached to the Quran. Let's just call it a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even do that. They just keep it for barakah only. They don't even open it.